Can you recommend a restaurant or a food spot?
Yes, of course.
We love Brazilian.
One of the best places, if you don't know Dutch food, is the
It's very, very, very popular.
If I had to recommend a place,
a restaurant that was made with recipes from people's moms.
If you are looking for amazing restaurants in Amsterdam, here are our interviewees' favorites. No paid promotion included.
Can you recommend a restaurant or a food spot?
Yes, of course. I'm a really big fan of Korean barbecue, and there is a place in the center called Nomi, spelled Nomi. That's basically an all-you-can-eat place for Korean barbecue, and I love that very much. I'm also as most of my friends and everyone knows, I'm a big fan of burgers. So I do love to go for a burger, the Burger Room, for example, around the museum plan. Cannibale Royale, I like spare ribs and a lot of the meat stuff. There's some really cool smash burger places as well, such as Oh My Bun is one, really good. Also in the Pipe, there's some really nice places. Just one that opened up recently, Le Smash or something, Le Smash. Yeah, I think that's about it.
Quite a lot.
Yeah.
Thank you for the recommendations. Can you recommend a restaurant or a food spot here?
You're best in this one.
There is La Tarantella. Then I like, for example, Mr. Porter is the W. It's really like fancy, and I really like. There is the in the Grand Hotel. There is also the bridge is really nice.
How was it called?
In the Grand Hotel is the bridges. Bridges is like a five-star restaurant. If you want to have fun, you can go to the supper club, have a dinner there where they make a show, and have dinner. You can eat in the bed.
Do you have a restaurant recommendation
Do we have restaurant recommendation?
or a food spot recommendation?
We love Brazilian picanha place. It's called Barraca, but it's a bit outside of the city, but Samba Kitchen in Amsterdam. Fantastic meat experience with lots of side salads and side dishes.
So then, can you recommend any restaurant or food spot?
Definitely. I think some good places to experience Dutch food. I'd say my favorite one is Moeders. And essentially it's a restaurant that was made with recipes from people's moms.
Mm-hmm.
So you go in there and it's like photos of everyone's moms
That's
on
why
the
the name, yeah.
on the exactly on the walls, and it's just very cute and a bit like mismatched, but it has really good soul food, I would say. So nice, warm, like stamppot or very Dutch food things that you would eat if you go home, you know, in a Dutch household. And I think another one that's really good is De Kaas. This one's a bit on the fancier side. I think that one is really nice because it has sort of fancier food that is made with like local ingredients. They're very into their sustainability and reusing things and cooking sort of seasonal vegetables and seasonal things.
So, do you have a food spot or a restaurant recommendation?
yeah, one I like, I don't know if it's visible, but it's that one actually. It's this is Hoxton, so it's like they have really nice hamburger, and for me it's easy because it's a 1-minute walk. But also the ambience is very nice. They have like these bookcases, people work there. They have live music, sometimes like jazz or like DJs. It's very cozy. Like in my old neighborhood where I used to live, I really like.
What would you get there to eat?
Personally, I normally get the cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger, yeah.
But they also have other stuff.
Yeah.
And in my old neighborhood where I used to live before, I really like Maxwell.
Mm-hmm.
It's also kind of more like a cozy neighborhood cafe. And then I like their chicken satay. It's like my favorite dish in general in Netherlands. And then they have a really good one. So these two are nice. And then also, for example, if you like Indonesian food, you have Kancil and Tiger.
Mm-hmm.
It's like near Spui. They have really nice Indonesian food. You have like many little dishes. And you can try it to mix it up. It's also a nice option.
Do you have a recommendation for a food spot or a restaurant to eat?
Yeah, I think one of the best places if you don't know Dutch food is the Albert Market because they have a lot of different foods, and I can recommend a there's a fish store. I don't know the name, but it's one of the biggest places where they sell fish, and you can buy like Dutch sashimi basically, like Dutch herring. I eat it like this. It is still raw. Also like Dutch tempura, like Dutch fried fish.
Yeah.
It's like I think it's caught usually, and it's fried, and it's just amazing.
Okay.
And actually, it doesn't matter where you buy it because it's always good. I really recommend the Surinamese sandwiches because everybody likes them. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't like Surinamese food, but I love the sandwiches.
Can you recommend a food spot or restaurant to eat?
I will say that try any of the Suriname foods. It's very, sometimes can be very fishy, so be careful. Yes, they eat rice and the meat, and sometimes it's a fish. And you always will know it's roti. Roti, it's very, very, very popular. It's like a curry with Indonesian flavors. It's not very heavy, it's not very fresh, it's in a medium.
Yeah, that roti is the bread.
Roti, it's a whole meal, so it comes with the beans and the egg and the bread. It's like a really nutritious meal, really nice in the winter. And places to eat, I will say that they constantly opening new places. I will advise you also to try cafes in the north. So north of Amsterdam, you have to take a little ferry over there. And they have larger places than center, quite often with the live music. So I will say Northern Licht Cafe. It's a cafe that's supposed to be temporary cafe in an old warehouse. They just got renovated. And that's one of, I think, the most chill places you can imagine. And if you like to be a little bit more fancy, there's a place nearby called Plek, 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 and it's like artificial beach on the edge of the harbor, and they have amazing food. Looks like a modern Dutch food, so you have a lot of this really good salads with the fresh asparaguses that are local, with the watercress.
So can you recommend a restaurant or a food spot here?
I mean, listen, as I said, the Dutch food is not great. They eat a lot of sweets, they eat sandwiches. But you know, yeah, the pancakes are quite okay, quite nice. The waffles also quite nice. But if I had to recommend a place, I would say, you know, I'm Polish, so I can recommend you a Polish place to go to, like a really nice coffee spot. They've got like nice also pastries. So it's the place is called Kazik. It's one of those spots, you know, that's been in Amsterdam for a long time. And you can always meet like all kinds of people. It's not very big. Maybe difficult to find a spot because most of the time it's full. But yeah, I would recommend that.
What would you order there? What is something that you can, a dish that you recommend there?
It's like a Polish street food. You can get like a zapiekanka, so it's like a piece of French bread with some toppings. That's quite good, you know. The coffee is also quite great.
Okay. Yeah. Could you give me a restaurant recommendation or a food spot recommendation?
Well, the only place I've really fallen in love with is called Venus and Adonis. I would walk everywhere, and I stumbled upon this restaurant, and it just had the cutest outdoor seating that was kind of out of the way, and it had, you know, and there was, you know, ivy up the wall outside on the other side, and the inside was adorable, and I was, you know, I'm always alone, and they just, first of all, I had good service, which we didn't even go to on the Dutch food, because the service here I could go on forever, because there is no such thing as service here. But there, the service was so lovely, and I made friends with like the waiters, and I'd go in there all the time, and I'd just sit out there by myself, but I was always chatting with somebody, and I used to go there, and it's just a little further for me now, and I don't, but it was a very lovely experience, and I am going to start going back.
Yeah. And what kind of food do they serve?
It's mostly like steaks, and that's what I get. And I'm sure they had crab cakes that were delicious. That were actually They made them. They weren't from Albert Heijn in the frozen food section.
Thank you so much for watching until the end of the video. Let us know in the comment section what restaurants you love in Amsterdam, and please leave a like or share if you found this video useful. Soon you will also hear about great restaurants in Berlin, Prague, Barcelona and other European cities. And I hope to see you in the next video.